Two young girls, best friends Abigail Williams and Liberty German, set out on an ordinary winter afternoon for a walk along the Delphi historic trails. The small town of Delphi, Indiana, home to just under 3,000 residents, seemed like a safe, quiet place where everyone knew everyone. But on February 13, 2017, that peace was shattered in the most tragic way possible. The girls went missing, and the search efforts launched by family, friends, and law enforcement quickly turned from hopeful to heart-wrenching. Their bodies were discovered the following day in a secluded area near the trail, igniting a firestorm of mystery, grief, and unanswered questions. What started as a local tragedy soon captured national attention as haunting details of the case began to emerge. In particular, a chilling audio recording left on Liberty's phone, just 3 eerie words, "down the hill," hinted at a terrifying encounter that has gripped the public's imagination ever since. As we delve into the details of this haunting case, we aim to uncover what lies beneath one of the United States' most enduring, unsolved mysteries. How could something so tragic happen in such a small town? And more importantly, will justice ever be served? Nestled in the heart of Indiana, Delphi is a quiet town where everyone knows each other and where life typically moves at a gentle, predictable pace. On February 13, 2017, this town of around 3,000 people was shaken to its core when Abigail Williams, 13, and Liberty German, 14, were reported missing. The girls had been dropped off at the Monon High Bridge Trail, a popular hiking trail, by Liberty's sister Kelsey around 1:45 p.m. The plan was simple: take some pictures, enjoy the scenic beauty of the woods, and head back home. But when they didn't arrive at the designated pickup spot later that afternoon, worry began to grow. By nightfall, an extensive search was underway. Community members, friends, and family scoured the woods, calling out the girls' names in the dark. The haunting discovery would come the next morning when their bodies were found in a remote area near Deer Creek. This shocking revelation devastated the close-knit community and left everyone in disbelief. What had started as a simple day out for two best friends ended in unspeakable tragedy, setting in motion an investigation that would expose hidden secrets and grip the nation's attention. The discovery of the girls' bodies on February 14, 2017, left an indelible mark on Delphi. Investigators moved quickly, securing the area and gathering any clues that might hint at what had happened. An autopsy was performed, and though the details of the findings were kept tightly guarded, authorities confirmed they were looking at a double homicide. Rumors and fear spread rapidly as the community wondered who could commit such a brutal act against two young girls in broad daylight. From the outset, this was no ordinary investigation. Law enforcement released only limited information, but one chilling piece of evidence emerged: a grainy image of a man in a blue jacket and jeans, captured by Liberty's cell phone. Even more unsettling was an audio recording, which included the voice of a man instructing the girls with the words, "down the hill." This phrase would become one of the most infamous lines in recent American criminal investigations, as people worldwide analyzed and speculated about the identity of the voice. The FBI and Indiana State Police were called in to assist local authorities, and soon a massive investigation was underway. But despite thousands of tips and countless hours of analysis, the case remained cold. The police were careful to release only select information, hoping that these carefully curated clues might eventually lead to the breakthrough they needed. The audio clip and grainy photograph captured on Liberty's cell phone have proven pivotal to the case. This brief, haunting clip of a man's voice saying "down the hill" provides not only a fragment of the last moments of the girls' lives, but also a potential lead on the killer's identity. The image, though blurred, shows a man with his hands in his pockets, his face obscured by a hat, walking along the same bridge the girls were on. These were critical clues, rare in most homicide investigations, and they transformed the way authorities and the public viewed the case. Experts have scrutinized the audio clip, analyzing it for vocal patterns, while police sketches were developed based on witness descriptions and the blurred photograph. The sketches have varied over time, leading to some frustration as the public tried to connect these disparate images to the mysterious figure. Still, these clues have kept hope alive. The mere existence of the recording and photograph created a sense of urgency and connection. It was as if the girls themselves had left behind their own clues to solve the mystery. The public became involved, analyzing every detail and attempting to discern more from the limited evidence. The audio clip and image became central components of the investigation, often replayed and shared as people tried to help law enforcement identify the mysterious man. The haunting nature of these clues kept the case active in the public's mind, making it one of the most extensively covered unsolved cases in recent American history. As the investigation continued, a few suspects emerged, each one intensifying the sense of mystery surrounding the case. Some suspects were individuals who had been seen near the trails on the day of the murders, while others had previous records or behaviors that seemed suspicious. The public followed each lead closely, hoping for any breakthrough. One of the most notable suspects was a man with a criminal background who had reportedly been in the area. Investigators initially focused on him, but he was ultimately ruled out after providing an alibi. Several other potential suspects surfaced over the years, including individuals who bore some resemblance to the sketch based on the blurry photograph. Despite multiple leads and potential suspects, law enforcement has yet to make any arrests directly tied to the murders. Theories about the identity and motives of the killer range from the possibility of a transient stranger to that of a local resident familiar with the area. Some speculate that the suspect's behavior and knowledge of the trails suggest he may have been watching the girls for a while, planning the crime. Theories spread through online forums and local circles, with each new piece of information adding to the speculation. Yet, despite the range of theories and suspects, no definitive answers have emerged, leaving the community and the nation grasping for closure. For the people of Delphi, the impact of the girls' murders has been both profound and painful. The quiet community was left grappling with fear, heartbreak, and a lingering sense of vulnerability. In response, residents came together in an outpouring of support for the families of Abby and Libby, determined to find justice for the girls. Candlelight vigils, memorials, and marches were held, and justice for Abby and Libby became a rallying cry across the nation. Family members and friends were especially vocal, making regular media appearances to keep the case in the public eye. Their courage and determination became a beacon of resilience, inspiring people across the country to support them. The family's ongoing advocacy brought nationwide attention to the case, generating thousands of tips and encouraging people to share any information that could help solve the mystery. Social media also played a major role in keeping the case active. The hashtags #Justice for Abby and Libby circulated widely as true crime enthusiasts and citizens alike joined the push for answers. Despite the years that have passed, Delphi's spirit remains unbroken, fueled by the collective desire to see justice served. In a major development that shook the small town of Delphi and captured the nation's attention, Richard Allen, a local resident, was arrested and charged with the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. Allen, who had lived quietly in Delphi and was known to some in the community, became a suspect after investigators reevaluated evidence from the day of the murders. Authorities have not disclosed the exact piece of evidence that directly linked Allen to the crime, but it is believed that advancements in forensic technology and a renewed analysis of existing data were instrumental in identifying him as a suspect. Allen's arrest marks a pivotal turn in the case, as he had managed to live unnoticed in Delphi for years following the tragic events. Court documents suggest that he may have been present on the Monon High Bridge Trail on the day of the murders, and disturbingly, he had allegedly confessed to certain elements of the crime, though not fully. This confession, along with physical evidence, provided authorities with what they considered sufficient grounds to charge him. Community members were shocked to learn that the alleged perpetrator was someone who had lived among them, seemingly without suspicion. The families of Abby and Libby expressed both relief and a renewed sense of grief as the details of Allen's connection to the case began to emerge. Richard Allen's trial is highly anticipated, as it may finally bring long-awaited closure to the families and the Delphi community. While much of the evidence remains under judicial seal, authorities have stated that they are confident in their case against Alan and are determined to see justice served. This arrest has reinvigorated hope that Abby and Libby's story will soon find resolution, bringing a sense of closure to those who have waited years for answers. The arrest of Richard Allen marks a pivotal moment in the case of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. For years, the mystery haunted Delphi, and now, with Allen awaiting trial, there's a sense of cautious hope that justice may finally be served. However, the pain of this tragedy and the shock of learning that the alleged perpetrator was a local resident still weigh heavily on the community and the families of Abby and Libby. As they await the answers that the trial may bring, the resilience and strength of this small town stand as a testament to its determination for justice. The story of Abby and Libby has resonated deeply, reminding us of the importance of community, of remembrance, and of the pursuit of justice for those who cannot speak for themselves. Their memory lives on, and together we continue to hope that full closure is near. If you've been moved by this story, please consider supporting our channel. Give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on unsolved cases and true crime stories. Join us as we continue to uncover mysteries, keep memories alive, and search for the truth.